Guys, I got some new stuff. So I've been thinking that now that we are situated in this gigantic, amazing, brightly lit shop, we gotta step our game up. So that means we're gonna start taking on some crazier projects. Now you guys may know I've had the Miller 211 for a little while. It's a MIG welder. It's worked for multiple different projects, but that being said, the type of projects that I'm trying to take on now are a bit out of its ballpark. So that's why I'm upgrading. So as you guys can see in this box, we got the Vulcan 350-pound capacity welding cart. And in this one, we have my brand new Everlast Tig 200 dual voltage. It's got a lot of features that a lot of the more expensive machines would have, but it comes priced in at like just over $1,000. But let's get this unboxed and let's put it all together. I want to see what this thing's gonna look like. All right, so we got a box full of all the extra stuff. That'll go off to the side for now. Let's get the welder out of here. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of Cobra Kai lately? Look at that big old green girl. This feels like Christmas morning, honestly. There we go, boys. Guys, you have no idea how stoked I am about this because this is gonna open up so many opportunities. We got some big projects coming up. Big projects, and I'm stoked for you guys to see them. You guys hear something? So this is everything you're going to get in the package. We got our foot pedal, we got our work lead, we've got the adapter to take us to 120 volts, our regulator for the argon, we've got a little consumables kit, a bunch of handles, we've got a hose for the argon, we've got our stick electrode, and our TIG torch. Alright, so we got a giant jumbled mess of all the parts for my welder and my welding cart. So let's go ahead and put it together. I'm not going to bore you guys. We got YouTube magic for us. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and just like that, we're done. So there were a couple things that I ran into when I was putting this all together. Honestly, the cart is kind of cheap and a little shitty. Like the metal, I've had credit cards thicker than the metal that this fucking cart is made out of. It's ridiculous, but it's only $100. So like honestly, I can't really fault them for it. I'll show you guys a couple little things that I ran into though. The first thing that I ran into is that the Everlast welder is actually a little bit too big for this cart. As you can see, we're hanging brains a little bit right there. I actually had to bend the tabs back here to make sure that the welder could go far enough back, but I think I'm also gonna have to cut this down just to make sure that it'll sit all the way flat. I have it zip tied up top to make sure that it doesn't move around for now, but I think that I might 3D print some little brackets to hold that on there, just bolt it down. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, all of this metal is super thin. Like you can see anywhere that bolts are going through, it started to like bow in with like a very weak impact gun. I don't know, I mean like it holds it, it's fine, but it's honestly a little cheap for my taste, but you get what you pay for. I'm not mad about it. The TIG torch comes with little momentary switch, which is just zip tied onto it and fed through. We are going to be using foot pedal most of the time, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that, take it all the way out of this little pant snake, dude. This shit's so funny. It's literally like jeans, just really fucking long. So it's got this cool little box to keep all your extra consumables in. That's super nice, little cover for that. So at this point, I think I'm pretty much ready to plug this thing in and start welding. The only thing that I'm missing right now is tungsten, which is a very important part of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and come back as an Irvin from the future with a little bit of tungsten. And we're back at the shop. I've got my tungsten. Let's get this thing fired up. But before we can even strike an arc, we have to sharpen our tungsten to a nice sharp point. Now, I did a little bit of trial and error with this, found that the regular grinding wheel honestly kind of sucks ass. It was pretty mid, I'm not gonna lie, but the diamond wheel produced a much nicer result in pretty much a quarter of the time. Look at that. Perfect grind. Perfect grind. And I wish that I could tell you guys that this was as easy as just starting an arc, getting it going, and just producing some nice looking welds. And, you know, maybe it would have been nice if this had been my actual reaction to my first couple welds. Damn, shorty! but that was absolutely not the case. This shit is a lot harder than people make it look on the internet. I don't understand why I thought that it was going to be easy, but I totally did. And my real reaction to my first couple welds, probably like my first like 70 welds, was something more along the lines of this. Oh, what the fuck? You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? Because I did. So just like with the tungsten grinding, I had to go through a couple iterations to try to figure out what would work the best as far as my setup for the torch cups. So these are the ones that come stock with the Everlast. These are just normal ceramic cups. You know, nothing too crazy. This is the biggest one at number 7. I actually figured out that this one is not necessarily that big and not great for doing stainless, especially on a rounded surface like I'm doing. So I tried to upgrade to a set of gas lenses, thinking that that would help the situation. It helped a little bit, but at the end of the day, it was still making my welds come out pretty much like gray for most of it, and then just nice and colorful for the very last part. So the conclusion that I came to was that I was losing gas coverage, because I know that's a huge problem with stainless. So I upgraded to these big old monster cups. This is a Fupa 12 made by Furic. So I personally got the Fupa 12. They also have the Moose Knuckle and the BBW. So whoever was coming up with names for that, grow the fuck up. And I love you. That's hilarious. But this one completely turned my stainless welds upside down, and I'm stoked because I was getting a little mad at there for a second. God damn it. Why? Why? Oh my fucking God. I can't fucking do this. I cannot do this. So as you guys can see, I've been doing quite a bit of welding just to try to figure this stuff out. And you can kind of see all these gray welds look super garbage, right? But they all have a little bit of color right at the very end of them, just like that. Where all of the bottom ones, these were all done with the Fupa 12, are pretty much just colorful. There's no gray, there's no nothing. We're at the point where I can pretty much weld stainless and feel comfortable about it. I'm not scared anymore that I'm gonna produce some garbage welds or anything like that. They're not great, they're not perfect, but they're satisfactory. And I mean, like, I've been welding all of like probably 2 days total. So this is not bad. This is not bad. Baby steps, guys. All right, let's try some aluminum. Not bad. Got some good little penetration in there. It's not too bad. All right, so don't get me wrong, they're not perfect. But as a beginner who's never TIG welded in his life before, that's not bad, you know? I think I could stick some metal together at this point. And pay no mind to this pile. That's I definitely didn't do any of those before this. I wasn't practicing for days before I filmed this video, you know? Definitely not. Why would I do that? My final thoughts on the Everlast TIG welder, okay? This thing, as a beginner, got me putting down some pretty saucy welds, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna try to talk myself down, because they were pretty good welds as far as, you know, what I could produce as a beginner. Now, I'm sure in one of the shots you saw how much sugaring was going on inside of the pipe. I didn't bother to back purge it. I know that that would have helped with that, but honestly, I'm just trying to learn the basic mechanics of how to do stuff. So I'm not really trying to spend all that money on extra gas for back purging. None of this is gonna go on a car at this point. So when I do start building stuff that will be going on cars, then I'll make sure to back purge it, but at this point there's no point. This old girl has tons of features. Honestly, everything that you would ever need. It's got pulse, it's got AC, DC, high frequency start, lift start, a bunch of stuff that even I don't know anything about, because like as I said, I'm not an experienced welder or anything. I just watch a lot of welding videos online and wanted to try it. And honestly, I think this is pretty much perfect for me, because it's got enough power to do anything that I'll ever need to do. From what I hear, it's reliable. Pretty much any of these like consumable parts are super easy to get for it. They're all just interchangeable. Honestly, I'm stoked. This is gonna open up a whole new door, and you guys are not ready for what's about to come. It's gonna be sweet. So if you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out! Fuck, too far for this. I think this is gonna be my main mode of transportation from now on. This thing's faster than my ass, dude. So quick. Oh, God.